Recently, news has spread that Ethiopia is poised to gain access to the Red Sea through the breakaway region of Somaliland, a move that has sparked public outrage in Mogadishu and appears to be leading to an escalation of tensions in the region. This development touches upon a complex mix of historical, political and strategic interests that have long influenced the dynamics of East Africa. Welcome to Clausewitz Chronicles. Today we will talk about the Somali-Ethiopian conflict and the situation in East Africa. The historical events shaping current Ethiopia-Somalia relations stem from colonial legacies, border disputes and cultural differences. Both nations have navigated a tumultuous path marked by shifts in power and regional influence. The Horn of Africa, with its strategic position by the Red Sea, has always been a hotbed for conflict, with nations vying for control over this crucial maritime route. The Ethiopian-Somali conflict is rooted in a complex historical tapestry. For centuries, both nations have contested the Ogaden region, a dispute exacerbated by colonial powers, drawing arbitrary borders, further fragmenting societies and igniting long-standing ethnic tensions. The Ogaden War of the 1970s was a pivotal moment, deepening animosity and causing a lingering refugee crisis. Regime changes and Cold War dynamics introduced fluctuating alliances and military support, intensifying the conflict. The strategic importance of trade routes and access to the Red Sea has made control of this area crucial for economic and geopolitical reasons. Religion and cultural identity have also played roles in shaping the political landscape. While various peace efforts have been made, they've often failed to provide lasting solutions. International influences, whether through alliances or enmities, have added layers of complexity, making the conflict not just regional, but a part of global geopolitics. As we transition from this historical context, it's crucial to understand the current situation in both Ethiopia and Somalia, as their internal dynamics continue to influence this enduring conflict. Having explored the historical backdrop of the Ethiopia-Somalia conflict, let's now shift our focus to the current situation within each country, examining how internal politics, societal changes, and recent developments are shaping their respective stances in this long-standing dispute. Ethiopia, a nation marked by its rich cultural and ethnic diversity, is home to the Oromo and Amhara, its most populous groups, which shape the nation's social and cultural fabric. This diversity, coupled with a predominantly young and rapidly growing population, offers vast potential, yet poses significant challenges in governance and service provision. The economy, historically reliant on agriculture with staples like coffee and legumes, is pivoting towards industrialization, with textiles and manufacturing at the forefront of this transformation. The administrative structure, divided along ethnic lines, aims to provide representation and autonomy, a crucial factor in managing such diversity. Cities like Addis Ababa are not just political capitals, but also cultural and economic centers, reflecting the nation's complex identity. Religion, primarily Ethiopian Orthodoxy and Islam, weaves through the everyday life of Ethiopians, influencing everything from festivals to social norms. As the country navigates these dynamics, it faces challenges like poverty and the need for educational and infrastructural development, with the government employing strategies focused on industrial growth and societal upliftment. As we talked about Ethiopia's demographic, economic and cultural landscape, we can discuss the current political situation, which is as complex and multifaceted as the nation itself. Ethiopia's current political landscape is fraught with challenges, from managing ethnic conflicts and the Tigray crisis to implementing ambitious reforms under Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. These issues have not only strained national unity, but also led to a humanitarian crisis with millions displaced, requiring international intervention and aid. The economic implications are significant, with slowed growth and disrupted trade affecting the lives of many Ethiopians. Amidst these challenges, the role of the Ethiopian National Defense Force and opposition groups remains contentious, with each vying for influence and stability. As the nation grapples with these issues, media freedom and human rights have come under the spotlight, reflecting broader concerns about the direction of governance and society. While the path to national reconciliation is fraught with obstacles, it remains the beacon of hope for a nation at a crossroads. The situation in Ethiopia is not isolated. It has regional implications, particularly affecting its neighbors like Somalia, where similar issues of conflict, governance, and development are in play. As we transition our focus to Somalia, it becomes clear that understanding these nations' interconnected challenges is key to grasping the broader complexities of the Horn of Africa. In Somalia, the predominantly Somali ethnic group, with its clan divisions, forms the bedrock of the nation's cultural and social dynamics, fostering a shared identity, but also underlying many internal conflicts. The country's young and growing population presents both an opportunity and a challenge for a nation striving to rebuild from decades of turmoil. Despite the adversities, sectors like livestock, telecommunications and remittances have shown remarkable resilience, contributing to gradual economic recovery. The administrative divisions reflect the complex clan distributions, which play a pivotal role in governance and often lead to regional tensions. Major cities, despite facing security challenges, strive to be centers of economic and cultural activity. Throughout all aspects of Somali life, Islam serves as a unifying and guiding force. As Somalia continues to navigate its path towards stability and growth, understanding these intricacies is crucial, especially considering the regional implications and how the situation in neighboring countries like Ethiopia can significantly impact its journey forward. As we transition from Somalia's domestic scene, it's essential to consider how external factors and its relationship with neighbors shape the nation's future. In Somalia, the federal government grapples with political fragmentation and the persistent threat of al-Shabaab, which, coupled with regional conflicts, severely undermines national stability. Efforts to foster federalism and address regional disparities are ongoing, but face stiff resistance and complex challenges. The human cost of this turmoil is immense, with millions displaced and in need of aid, a situation further complicated by the precarious involvement of international and neighboring actors. Economic recovery is hindered by these instabilities, deterring essential foreign investment. Under President Mohamed's leadership, promised reforms are in various stages of implementation, but their effectiveness is yet to be fully realized. The Somali National Army's struggle against insurgents and the varied objectives of opposition groups highlight the complex security landscape. Meanwhile, media freedom remains under threat, reflecting broader concerns about human rights and governance. Looking ahead, Somalia's journey towards national reconciliation and stability is fraught with challenges. But initiatives for dialogue and constitutional reform offer a glimmer of hope. As we consider Somalia's future, it's also crucial to understand how its regional relationships, particularly with countries like Ethiopia, influence its path forward, shaping the broader dynamics of the Horn of Africa. The conflict between Ethiopia and Somalia teeters on a delicate scale, each side promising a vastly different future for the region. If Somalia's turmoil persists, its weakened state may fall under Ethiopia's shadow, offering a fragile stability, but at the cost of its own freedom. This could further strain the already tense Horn of Africa. Conversely, a united Somalia could rise, challenging Ethiopia and possibly stirring calls for independence in its Muslim-majority areas. These two paths highlight the fragile balance and complex mix of ethnicity, faith, and nationalism that might redefine the Horn of Africa's destiny. As we wrap up our journey through the unfolding narrative between Ethiopia and Somalia, we recognize the road ahead is woven with complexity and unknowns. The destiny of these nations reflects not just their internal struggles, but also the overarching forces and historical echoes shaping the Horn of Africa. Thank you for joining us on Clausewitz Chronicles. Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video.